Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I am coming to you today with the review for the 2016 BET Hip Hop Awards. Did you guys watch it last night? It came on BET, it came on MTV, and it came on at 8 o'clock. I enjoyed it as I always enjoy any awards show. Get my words together. Any award show that BET puts out. I had a cherry Rita. I don't know why they didn't just call it a cherry Rita. And you guys, I'm just a tad bit hungover. I don't know what it is. I was telling Snapchat this morning, like I can drink regular alcohol and I can be fine the next day. I drink that tall can of that any of the Ritas. Yeah, I just be fucked up the next day. And I gotta do this budget, bitch. They got me in there fucking with these numbers and niggas just like, anyway, so I got my coffee. And I was like, let me get out here and do this video early so I can get to work. So that people can have insurance and benefits and we can pay the rent in the building that we in for 2017. Anyway, yeah, you guys saw the awards. I enjoyed it. DJ Khaled was the host. And I don't know. I just don't like him as a host. He's just too, DJ Khaled! What's up? Everything when he talks is just like I'm just like, yeah. I mean, if you introducing somebody, it's one thing, but just like all the time when he's talking on the mic, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna be fine if DJ Khaled don't do that no more. I love DJ Khaled though. He's just not a good host for me, but whatever. They did cute little skits with him. He was able to hold it together. He's just not my first choice. What did you guys think about DJ Khaled? It was so funny. I was looking at some old pictures of him and I just am amazed at how thin he used to be. He just like picked up this weight over like the last 10 years, I guess, when your financial status changed significantly, child, and I guess you get to eating more shit than you normally would. I'm parked right at the front of my building, so yeah. Anyway, y'all, we gonna do the awards, then we gonna do the performances, and then we gonna talk about the Cyphers, okay? All right, let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so the awards first. It's an award show that only gives out 6 awards. A 2-hour show. Okay, I guess 3 per hour. They be trying to pack so much in there. So I'm going to tell you guys who won what. So the first award was Lyricist of the Year. That was presented by Shameik Moore. Okay, that is the boy that played in the movie Dope and also in the show The Get Down. Did you guys watch that? Really good show, really good actor, cute little kid. Anyway, he presented Lyricist of the Year, and that went to Kendrick Lamar. Okay, Kendrick Lamar came out, in his regular old dirty bastard, but it was tamed, it was braided back, braided down, but just, looking like he about to run to the store. Kendrick ain't never trying to put himself out too much, but at least he stays consistent, because he always look a fucking mess. But y'all know I loves K-Dot. That's my boy. He's always a good representation of us black folks. The next was Track of the Year, and that was presented by Bashir, the kid from Empire, and Cardi B, who is just like a character. Like, I didn't know whether or not I should be laughing or be embarrassed. Everything she do, she talk like this. Everything is like this. What y'all 17? You can't take me nowhere. I was just like, But they actually, it went over well. I was worried that people were going to be like, what the fuck, bitch, get down. But you gotta love Cardi. Anyway, the winners for Track of the Year was All the Way Up, which I felt was like the best winner for that, because All the Way Up is the jam and they played it all summer long, like all year. Fat Joe, Remy Ma, French Montana. And, Remy Ma was up there. That's always a good little story to see, her being in jail and coming out and being able to get back up there pretty good on the stage and rapping and all of that. We're going to see what happens with her next hit, because I ain't heard. Has she put anything out since that? If she has, I haven't really heard it. Then we got the Legendary Award, which is I Am Hip Hop, and that was to Snoop Dogg. I told my husband right before he came on, I was like, that's a good choice because everybody loves Snoop Dogg. And then Dr. Dre got up there and said the exact same thing. Like, everybody loves Snoop. White folks love him. Black folks love him. He is just like one of those for real international artist who can just kind of touch everybody. So I thought that was a good choice. Kendrick Lamar presented it. They had they do a little couple of minute thing where they talk to a bunch of people. They talked to Dr. Dre, YG, Pharrell, Charlie Wilson. They just talked about his accomplishments, man. When Snoop Dogg first came out, I mean, it just brings back so many good memories of like, man, I tell you all the time, I had the best time in my 20s, and Snoop Dogg is definitely one of the soundtracks to my early 20s. We had a fucking blast. I just love me some Snoop. They talked about his Snoop Football League, which is a very highly accomplished football league in LA. I remember when it first started, and it was just all the Crips was just running the whole thing, and I think it's probably a lot like that still, but they've gotten it very, very organized. And like he said, I mean, he's got all these football kids in high school playing. He's got 5 in the NFL. I mean, that is really a good thing. And I think that's something that he's most proud to see. I can't wait to see his show. He got a show coming out, cooking show with Martha Stewart. I don't know what the fuck that will be, but that right there lets you know how much Snoop Dogg is loved. I mean, for him to be with Martha Stewart, okay, and not for it to be branded as just something corny and stupid. I mean, only a few people could pull that off, and Snoop Dogg is one of them. So Snoop got up there and spoke very well. And I think Snoop Dogg is smart, okay? We just got to keep him unhigh. And I think this was the first time I've seen Snoop this unhigh in a long time, okay? Just so he can get through his speech and say all that he needed to say. And he looked good. His eyes was open. You know, I was just like, yes, that's the Snoop that we all know and love. Good for Snoop. We had DC Young Fly and Remy Ma. They came out, and first they talked about Shaq and Allen Iverson being inducted into the NBA Hall of Fame. I told you guys my story about Allen Iverson and how I saw him at the hotel. Jada was going to a slumber party, and I had dropped her off at the Embassy Suites up in Buckhead. And when I came out, he was out there waiting for his car. And I came out and I looked at him and I could not figure out who he was, but I was just like, ooh, that is something fine. But then I was like, dang, I know him from somewhere. So I walked up to him and I was just like, I swear I feel like I know you. Like, are you from Los Angeles? I wasn't even really trying to flirt. I was just really trying to figure out like who I knew. And he was just like, no. And I was just like, dang, you just look so familiar. Anyway, he was just like, oh, really? You know, he didn't never say nothing. So when they pulled my car around, you know, and I got on in the studio, I was looking in my mirror again like, who, that boy is something cute. And then they pulled his Bentley around and I was like, oh my God, that's Allen Iverson. I was like, I feel so stupid because I know he probably thought I was like some groupie bitch trying to, you know, hit on him. I mean, I didn't even put forth my cutest little walk, throw the bow leg out a little bit on that ass. I was just like, oh my God, that was Allen Iverson. He is so cute in person, you guys. Like, he is fine. Child, he is something nice to look at, child. Anyway, after they talked about them being inducted to the Hall of Fame, they actually presented Best New... No. They presented Hustler of the Year, okay? And that was for DJ Khaled. Then we had Best New Hip Hop Artist, and that went to Chance the Rapper, okay? You don't want no problem with me. Huh. You don't want no problem with me. And the something. So that was it. That was it for the awards. So 6, I mean, maybe we could just get 10. Just 10, right? But they want to get to the performances, and I understand. So without further ado, let's talk about them performances. Now, you guys, the show opened with the performance as usual, and y'all know who opened. My dearly beloved. Oh my goo-wop, y'all. I tell you, I loves me some Gucci Mane, okay? I just don't know what it is. This is not like no newfound love. I remember back when Gucci was on the BET Hip Hop Awards, when he was up there all the time. I mean, it was the year that his album, Roderick Davis, The State versus Roderick Davis, when he performed with Usher. I thought that he was good looking then. He had just got his teeth fixed, and I was just like, he is really fine, you guys. But he didn't look like he does now, because his ass then went to jail, or he went to prison, because I heard an interview with him, and he was talking about how, you know, prison just made him a changed person, because he, you know, he said he'd been to jail, but prison is like for a whole nother kind of person. I've heard a lot of people say that prison will either change you for the good or the bad, okay? And he's like, that shit made me know I did not deserve, I didn't need to be there. I wasn't that kind of person. So that made him turn his life around. And then he's with this girl, Keisha, who I think that is a really good, she's a good look for him. I think that she keeps him, you know, he just, you know, child, I love me some Gucci. Oh, he just so nicely put together and just, Charlie got up there with that fur coat on, and you know, I just love me some Gucci. I was just looking there. I was like, child, I ain't had a crush like this in like, I don't think forever. Okay, I'm too fucking old, almost fucking 50 years old, talking about she love him, sir, here's some Gucci, but I really do. Y'all, I love to look at Gucci. I told Candy that when she went to the damn award show, I wanted her to jump on his back for me. Make sure the nigga know it's from Roxanne too. But anyway, he got up there. He did First Out the Feds. Okay, my own mama turned my back on me, and that's my mama. And then Travis Scott came out to perform with him. And then after Gucci went off, then Travis Scott performed his song, which I really, really like. Like, I didn't never hear that song because, I don't know, I'm not a Travis Scott fan, but I did like the song. It was him and Young Thug and, who else? It was one more kid. I didn't know what the fucking name of the song was. Y'all, I was wearing the hell out of Siri. Every time something come up there, I'd be like, Siri, who is this? And hold the phone up. She'd be like, I don't think I know that one, Roxanne. I said, bitch, why you don't know? Shit. So I had to keep on doing it, and she finally figured it out. That song was called Pick Up the Phone. And I actually liked it, and I was really proud of my rappers, okay? They all looked put together. I mean, as put together as they can these days, child. But, you know, at least they shit was on. Nothing was sagging. They had clothes that fit, maybe a little too tight, but I think maybe I would take tighter than sagging and falling off. So they did that. That song is cool, but it is all auto-tuned. Like, the whole thing, and I think that's why I don't like Travis Scott, because I feel like his everything is auto-tuned. It's very, very clear that the South runs hip-hop right now, and I never thought that I would ever say that because, you know, hip-hop has always been very focused on the East and West Coast, but the South is it. Even though, you know, the South didn't necessarily win all of the awards, they definitely have a big presence in music right now, okay? And fuck, everybody looks like Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne should be commemorated just for the fact of the influence that he has on hip-hop. Everybody sounds like him and everybody looks like him. I mean, you know, everybody puts their little spin on it, but you can definitely tell that he is one of the most influential artists right now for these rappers, at least to me. So, I mean, everybody got locks. You know, they all kind of look a little scraggly and halfway crazy. You know, it's just for real, like a whole Lil Wayne group. It's a whole bunch of people coming. Oh, it's a nice looking young man right there. Child, let me. Yeah, I feel so tipsy a little bit still. We then had Day Day come out. Had to ask Jada what the fuck this was, because Siri was like, child, I don't know. And he did A. That's the name of the song, you know. Got a family to feed, got a family to feed. They depending on me, they depending on me. If you don't believe in me, And then we had Broccoli, bitch. And that was, I don't know who the fuck that was, who sang that song. Okay, it was a motherfucker with green and blue dreadlocks too. What I learned about these songs is they definitely sound better on the radio, okay? When they was up there on that stage, I was just like, they look stupid. Like, what the fuck y'all singing? Like, we talking about Broccoli on the damn stage, you know. It's just like, you know, just kind of retarded a little bit. It don't translate as well a live performance. But, you know, on the radio, the shit is fine. What surprised me is when they did the legendary award for Snoop Dogg, they didn't have no music for him. Like, nobody did a performance for him. Maybe that was a request. But don't they usually have the person that they're honoring, they have somebody get up there and sing? I was surprised. I at least thought that he would have done something if he didn't want anybody else to do it. But they didn't do anything for him. Then we had some spoken word by Big Crit, who I just love. Where's Big Crit from? I know he's part of the South. Is he from? I think it's Mississippi, I think they said. Anyway, that Big Crit is something good to look at too. And, you know, it's always good when you can get a conscious brother to get up there and talk about police brutality. Bruce. Oh, my shit is about to go out. Hold on here. You know, he did this very passionate spoken word about police brutality and just, you know, the state of our nation and us as black people, what we going through. So yeah, love Big Crit. And that was also an example of that balance I was telling you about. We had the retardation of AAA and broccoli, and then, you know, we had Big Crit. So kind of leveled it off a little bit. Then we had OT Genesis get up there, and y'all was looking at OT real hard, and I was like, OT ain't got no neck. He kind of real thick to be having on them tight ass white pants, child. I was looking at him. I said he kind of looked like, you know, short yellow bussish. Like something ain't quite right with OT's face. I was just like, OT looked like he need to go sit down and study some damn way. But he did his song, Go Get the Money, Go Get the Money, Go Get the Money, Go Get the Money. So that was one of them. And then he did, Your price is way too high, you need to cut it. Your price is way too high, you need to cut it. Cut it, cut it, cut it, ooh, cut it, yeah. Cut it. That shit be jamming, y'all. That is my fucking jam. And you know, he West Coast, even though that song really has a South flavor to it. Yeah, he is Long Beach, I think he's from. So yeah, big ups to OT Genesis. They threw in a quick mention of Shawty Low, and I'm sure they edited that in, you know, after the fact, because Shawty just died. And child, that Shawty Low funeral, I didn't see the whole thing. I saw some clips though. Boy, I love us black people. We can do some shit out here, can't we? Boy. They took them all around and took them to the Blue Flame. You know, they was like, this Shawty Low's last time at the strip club. I was just like, so he really had to get to the strip club before he make it through the pearly gates. We had young M.A. and she got up there and did, ooh, child, I did not know that was a chick who sang that song until Jada literally just told me this past Saturday. I had heard about this girl and I had heard about this rapper girl who sounded like a dude, but I never knew what the song was. Okay, I even heard when she was on Breakfast Club and she had that interview with them talking about wearing a strap on and getting a blowjob, and I was just I still don't understand the pleasure that a woman that wears a strap on who gets, I mean, I guess it's just all mental and looking at a fucking blowjob, but bitch, I ain't trying to suck on no fucking dildo. The fuck? Maybe that's just me. Y'all young kids do all kind of shit. Okay, so child, whatever. You know, she was up there and it's so funny because, you know, she's lesbian, obviously, and she's like trying to be hard, or, you know, maybe that's just what she is, but then she has like a very womanly, shapely body. I mean, she's got a little waist, she's got these hips. My husband was just like, it's hard to be hard, you know, and tough when you really look like a woman, but you sound like a dude. I mean, she's still a woman, but, you know, she don't really look like that gangster type. Like, really, if she had on a dress and shit, she would be a cute girl. None of that is coming out right, but y'all know what I mean, right? Okay, let me just move on. We had, child, I don't know, this was another one. Siri was just like, bitch, I don't know who the fuck this is. It was some Little Uzi Vert, X, I guess, and then 22 Savage with Metro Boomin. Okay, I didn't know. There was a whole big mixture of a whole bunch of people singing some songs, child. Again, Locks. Then we had Isaiah Rashad, who I actually liked his music, and I have never heard of him. They don't play him out here in Atlanta, but I did enjoy his music, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to look more into Mr. Isaiah Rashad. I can't believe I forgot when DJ Khaled got up there and he opened up the show and had Betty Wright come out there, bitch. Y'all thought I was gonna forget, but I ain't forgot, you know. Holy key. Holy keys. I said, and then the bitch said, ah, just started screaming. I said, bitch, not the whistle register. I was just like, why is Betty screaming, child? I mean, I tell you, Betty done brought it back. DJ Khaled has done a lot for Betty Wright's career, even though Betty has been kind of mishmashed into the hip-hop scene for quite some time, you know. But that Betty got up there, her sequence and shit, she was just like, holy key. I wish I could do the scream. I can't do the scream right now, you guys, but when she got the screaming, I said, Betty, if you don't stop this shit right now, I mean right now. I almost forgot that. I don't know what made me think of that, but I had to put that back in here, y'all. Let's move on, shall we? We had another spoken word moment, and this time the kid's name, I think his name was The Threat. They said it so fast, I couldn't figure out what they were saying. But he looked like a young Scottie Pippen almost, and he was really good as well. I enjoyed his spoken word, and I thought that was a good addition to the award show. Don't you guys think so? And then we had my boy Designer, and he got up there and did Timmy Turner, you guys, and I was just like, somebody get Designer's fucking ass up off that. Now listen, the little Timmy Turner thing was cute as an Instagram thing, but I didn't mean for you to turn that shit into a whole fucking song. You know, Timmy Turner, he been looking for a burn. Someone's under the walk, kill everybody to walk. It's under the sun, the sun. They had all the music and the shit was dramatic, and I said, he had the damn choir singers back there and everything, and I was just like, they doing way too much. Still love Designer. He had a great time in that audience, but I was just like, no, not on the Timmy Turner, not the Timmy Turner. And I think that Designer was the last performance. They had another mention of Five Dog, which I felt like they could have done a little bit more for Five Dog, considering he's been dead for some time. Okay, but they had a quick mention of Five Dog, but that was it. I think that was it for my performances. Let's get on to the Cyphers. Now, the Cyphers was none of them just grabbed me, but I'm gonna tell you what was going on. I thought, when they used to section off the Cyphers by like coast or cruise, like it was better. Like one year they did like all New York, and then they did all of LA, and then they did like all of Philly, and then they did like some of the, all of the South or something. So they did it like that. But this year it was just like a whole bunch of people. So the first Cypher was it was Philly rappers, I think. Okay, it was DJ Premier, and they had Pedro Crack, Neef Book, Emilio Sparks, and Freeway, and Beanie Siegel. Okay, so they was cool. I enjoyed their cipher. They were one of the better ones. I was looking at Beanie Siegel every time he was rapping. He was pointing. He's pointing over here, he point over there, he point over there. Beanie looked good, even though Beanie has had some health problems. I thought Beanie looked good, and again, this was before all the drama with Meek and the Game. The second one was DJ Scratch. They had Don Q from New York, Russ from Atlanta, A Boogie with the Hoodie from New York, Kent Jones from New York, and Nick Grant from South Carolina. They was cool. Kent Jones, is that the boy that DJ Khaled is working with right now? Are you telling me this? You telling me that? You say when there's something in the back. I think that's the same kid. The third one, again, DJ Premier, was Sam Black from New Jersey, Jade from Philly. I liked her. Kerr from Philly, Dave East from Spanish Harlem, and Young M.A. from Brooklyn. That one was cool too, but so far I still liked Philly one the best. Then Cypher number 4 was actually in person, and this was again more of a conscious, type of cipher. Sway got up there and got us all inspired, told us as black people we need to prepare ourselves and, save our own selves. We can't look for anybody else to do it. So I thought that was cool for him to say. And then we had Oswin Benjamin from New York, Locksmith from California, Stick from Dead Prez, and then M1 from Dead Prez. The fifth one was a new edition of the cipher. Okay, we had Fantasia Loaf. Okay, your girl Breezy. Okay, she had lesbian braids. Okay, shout out to that. We had Yaz the Greatest, or Brashear, whatever you want to call him, the kid from Empire. And then we have Biv and DeVoe. Did you guys hear that Biv DeVoe got a new song out? That video, that shit is jamming. Evidently, they got an album coming out in January. Okay, so I've always been a Biv DeVoe fan. Y'all know Poison is my fucking theme song. Every time I hear it, I gotta dance. I don't care where I am. I don't care where I am. My legs gonna move or something. Then they had a sixth one. It was Aaron Cooks from New York, 3D Nate from New Orleans, Rain 910, I think was the name, from North Carolina, looking like Key and Peele. He looked just like the thin one from Key and Peele. Which one is it? Key? And then we had Consequence. I said, not my boy Cons, the one who talked like this. I ain't seen Cons since Love and Hip Hop. They did Cons bad, okay? And then we had Jadena from New York as well. So that was that one. And then the last one was Lil Wayne and Chocolate Dropper. I saw that. I said, is that Kevin Hart up there? You guys know Chocolate Dropper got an album coming out, and the shit looked like it's gonna be funny. I was cracking up from his cipher, and I like to see Lil Wayne. I just hate that he going through what he going through. It's a terrible thing because you just don't get to get music from him. But whenever you do hear him, you remember how much you know how good of a rapper that he was. It's just too bad that the shit that he's going through. So that was it. I guess out of my ciphers, if I was really going to say, I guess the Philly one, the first one, was my favorite one. And, you know, for comedic effect, the Lil Wayne and Chocolate Dropper was good as well. So that is it. Did you guys enjoy the 2016 BET Hip Hop Awards? Y'all tell me you're good and you're bad and you're ugly in the comments below. All right, you guys, I've been talking too long. I gotta get back to work, okay? Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. I'm gonna get up here and drink my damn coffee so I can sober up and get this work done, biatch. Anyway, hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I plan on doing the same. Did I already say that? If I did, I'm gonna say it again. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.